New King of the Hill intro implies a lot has changed in Season 14 revival on Hulu. After 16 years off the air, King of the Hill is back, and the newly released Season 14 intro is quietly telling fans everything they need to know. This isn't just a continuation, it's a full-blown evolution. The hills have changed, Arlen has changed, and the world they're stepping back into is no longer frozen in time. It's aged, and so have they. Let's start with the intro itself. On the surface, it feels familiar. The same catchy guitar theme, the classic alleyway, Hank, Dale, Bill, and Boomhauer lined up with beers in hand. But then the twist. The scene turns into a time lapse. We see the alley shift through seasons, fall, winter, spring, summer, as if years are quietly passing right before our eyes. The guys change too. Subtle signs of aging, new clothes, a different pace to their movements. It's a smart visual cue that says, yep, this isn't 2009 anymore. And then comes the kicker. Hank and Peggy are seen packing their bags and leaving Arlen entirely. The reason? Hank took a propane job overseas, in Saudi Arabia of all places, to secure their retirement. The image of the Hill family pulling away in a cab while the alley group continues on without them is surprisingly emotional. It's also a big narrative swing. Hank Hill, the most American character on television, now living abroad, that's a statement. Their absence leaves a literal and metaphorical hole in Arlen until we see a new face move into their home and join the alley beer ritual. The intro doesn't linger, but that alone opens a ton of questions. Who is this new neighbor? What's their dynamic with Dale, Bill, and Boomhauer? And will Arlen even feel like Arlen without Hank around? Meanwhile, Bobby Hill is all grown up. He's now 21 years old, living in Dallas, and running a fusion BBQ restaurant. He's still voiced by Pamela Adlon, still quirky and lovable, but with a newfound independence and a more adult perspective. This isn't the chubby teen practicing stand-up in his bedroom anymore. Bobby's out in the world, trying to make a name for himself, and we're going to get to see how that plays out. Back in Arlen, Dale is running for mayor, because of course he is. The pandemic is subtly acknowledged too, with characters donning face masks and some quick flashes. These details signal that King of the Hill isn't just rebooting for nostalgia, it's acknowledging the real-world changes that shaped the past decade and a half. The characters may be cartoons, but the world they're navigating is very real. And let's not forget the emotional weight behind the scenes. Johnny Hardwick, who voiced Dale Gribble, passed away during production. Thankfully, he completed voice work for the first 6 episodes of the season. Actor Toby Huss will step in for the rest. The showrunners say they've worked hard to keep Dale's spirit intact while honoring Hardwick's legacy. Brittany Murphy's Luann and Tom Petty's Lucky won't return as characters, but both are expected to be acknowledged with care. All 10 episodes of Season 14 will drop August 4th, 2025, exclusively on Hulu. The creators, Mike Judge and Greg Daniels, have made it clear, this isn't about rehashing the past. It's about seeing what happens when the past moves forward. How do characters built in the early 2000s fit into the world of 2025? What happens when Arlen grows up? One thing's for sure, the King of the Hill reboot isn't just banking on nostalgia. It's bringing something deeper. Change, aging, family, and community, filtered through the slow-burning, deadpan brilliance that made the original show a classic. This summer, Arlen returns, but it won't be the same, and that's exactly the point.